Welcome back to another episode of Excuse My Grandma. It's Kim and my co-host.
Grandma Gail.
We are in deep October, in deep fall. I'm excited to get into all the fall activities and vibes we've been doing. First, everyone who's listening right now, please make sure you are following the podcast. If you don't know what that means, ask your kid, ask your grandkid, ask your mom, ask your grandparent, whatever it is. It is like the three little dots. You press rate, review. We need those ratings. Grandma needs to pay her bills. And remember to follow us on social media. Excuse My Grandma. My personal is Kim Merstein, where I post things unrelated really to me and Grandma, like what I'm doing on the weekends and stuff like that. Okay, now that the housekeeping is over, what have you been up to?
Well,
It's a Monday, so
it's
how
a
was
Monday.
your
The
weekend?
weekend was good. What did I do? A lot of nothing. I walked around the city because it was clearly this. Kim said it's October, but yesterday was 70 degrees.
Yeah, it was so
It
nice.
was fabulous. And I took a walk in my neighborhood, which, by the way, the Wall Street Journal says the Upper East Side now is very cool. This is the second article in a week that they've been pushing the Upper East Side. So it's
Yeah,
a
like
very funny thing.
why are they? Or I guess they're
Well, because
their
I think
jobs
so
to
many.
report on the trends.
Yeah, I think so many new restaurants and cute little places are opening on the Upper East Side. It's become what they said was the Upper East Side is now what the West Village used to be, which is
I
so
don't know
fun.
about that. But also my
Well-
thing is like if newspapers are reporting on, oh, this is a cool neighborhood, isn't it already not cool?
Well, I don't know. I think it became. They're also saying it's from Lexington Avenue. For those who don't know anything about New York, Central Park is sort of the middle of a city, and the to the left of Central Park is the West Side, and that goes to the Hudson River, and to the east is the East River. And what they're saying is not from Lexington over, which is like middle of the East Side. It's very young. Because we've gotten a tremendous spurt of new, beautiful buildings, some rentals, some condos in that area. It's really, I don't know if all of a sudden they just sprouted up out of nowhere. A lot of the little old, what would you call those, mom and pop stores just gave away. They couldn't pay their rents. And developers came in about 2-3 years ago, and they built these beautiful buildings, and they all have gyms and basketball courts and places for young families to take their
Those
kids
buildings
play
are
areas.
expensive, the amenity buildings. It's not like I don't know if the young people moving up are all going to the amenity
Well, I
building.
think young families are, because I think what they were saying in this article,
Mhm.
even though they're expensive, it's less expensive than being downtown.
Yeah.
So if for whatever reason, the downtown area just went out of sight. So it was an interesting article. I read that this morning.
You know
So
what's
yesterday,
crazy though? Like, as you're talking about the geography of the city, like I was talking to my friends about this. A lot of them don't know the avenues by heart.
well, if you live in New York for more than 5 minutes, you should know the avenues.
But for
by heart.
example, like my friends who live on the east side, they didn't know the avenues on the upper west side.
Well, you know what? You know them. Maybe you're not as fluent with them. I mean, maybe they didn't grow up in New York. I mean, if you
Yeah, if you didn't grow up in
grew
New
up
York,
in New
or
York,
even
I
if you
can
did,
understand that.
but like sometimes I know that
Neighborhoods.
Amsterdam is an avenue on the Upper West Side, but I don't know the order sometimes.
Okay, well, you know what? Look on your phone.
Well, yeah, I'm not
That's
saying I'm
the
going to be
issue.
lost. I'm
That's
just
the issue.
telling you.
Now nobody has to know because you just go on your phone
Yeah.
and it tells you where to go. But what I was going to say is yesterday was 70 some odd degrees. So I started out in a little down jacket early in the morning. I went out to go to the market. And then by 11 o'clock, it was 70 degrees. So then I just wore a light sweater. And I had lunch. I decided to go myself, take a walk. And I had lunch on a bench in front of Butterfield Market. For those who don't know what Butterfield Market is, that's
I'm surprised you got
an
a seat.
establishment.
That's a
Well,
hard reservation.
Well, it was exactly. It was a little after 1, so maybe people had already had their lunch.
Yeah.
But I decided I wanted to try that yogurt. that everybody
Yeah.
loves. And as a matter of fact, you were raving about it at the place in the Hamptons. They have it as well. I don't know if it's as
Sag
good.
General Store
Yeah,
has the yogurt from
from
Butterfield.
44 carats. I think it's
Oh,
from
from 40
Bloomingdale's. Yeah, I think it's from
carats.
Bloomingdale's,
Wait,
basically.
but 40 carats is not the same
40,
as Butterfield. It's not 44, it's 40.
40. I think it is the same mix. Well, whatever this is,
Okay,
Butterfield was.
whatever.
So I asked for a small. The small. Now I know
You have
why
to ask for
people get.
kids.
Oh,
Well, I don't know if
that's
they do
smart.
it, but like most places, like I went to Salt and Straw the other day, which is an ice cream place downtown.
Right.
And
You got a
I
kid
got a
size.
kid size because that was like a normal scoop.
Exactly. It was, I said, okay, I'll have a vanilla and chocolate twist. And they came out in a cup that it could have fed 3 people.
Yeah.
So, which I thought was wasteful, actually, because nobody could realize. I was
I
thinking
could finish it.
Oh, I couldn't. I ate half of it. And then I was going to go back and get the top and maybe put it in the freezer. But I don't know if you can refreeze that.
Yeah, I think
You
so.
can?
I
Well, I
don't know if
didn't
it'll
do
be
it.
as because it's like the
It's
soft
soft.
serve. Like I don't know.
Right.
I think
Well, you
it'll
could leave
freeze
it out.
differently.
You could leave it out.
Oh,
But
I
I
don't
wasn't
know.
sure it could spoil. No, I mean, you could leave it out after you put it in the freezer
Oh, yeah.
when you took it back out.
Right.
I'm going to try it because it really was delicious. But now I'm going to ask them if they have a kid size.
Mhm.
But it was delicious. I did that. Who wants to talk about how pretty your new glasses are?
Oh, thanks. You know what? When I didn't know if you would like them and be like, well, why are you wearing glasses out of the
You wear
house?
glasses out of the house, but you normally don't.
I normally wear my contacts, but now I feel like it's like kind of a edgy editor-in-chief kind of look that I'm
Yeah,
going for.
I think you look
And
great.
they're from Kate. They did an All Over People's collab. This isn't an ad.
But aren't those prescription?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I put my own prescription in it,
prescription.
lenses in it. But I kind of like wearing them out when I feel like it.
Okay.
Sometimes I
Especially
feel
in
a
the morning.
little, not like dizzy, but like everything's. I don't feel as present when I'm wearing my glasses, though. Do you
Oh,
feel
all right.
that? Well, you don't have
I don't wear.
glasses, but
I'm
like,
not wearing. I can't see at all.
like for example,
So forget it. Anybody who's watching us, that cataract thing has thrown me off. It's already a month. I can't see. I can't see out of the left. I can't. I don't know what I'm
excuse
doing.
me, are you complaining?
I am complaining because this was a procedure that was not necessary, and I'm just going to shout out there: if you don't need to do things, don't do it. I did it because they said, well, you're going to eventually need it. Do it now. That's baloney.
I could do
Don't do it.
100 podcasts on that. As people might know, I got neck surgery twice, and I really
The
wish I
first
didn't
one
do
was
it
not
because-
necessary. It wasn't an emergency.
No.
If you have to do something, absolutely you have to do it.
Because
But
more times out of not, it seems, at least in our family,
in our family,
you get more issues
Exactly.
than you started with.
exactly.
And it could really change your life versus something that was like annoying before. Now
Right.
you have things that,
that you really have to attend to.
right.
Yeah,
So,
I know. So I'm just saying. All right, continue. Now I do like the glasses.
thank you.
that was a whole,
Tangent.
that
Did
was
you
a
just-
whole tirade on medicine and everything else.
Did you just compliment me on my glasses because you wanted to talk about your cataracts?
No, it just seems to go into every conversation lately that I have.
Yeah.
'Cause I literally am putting drops in 24/7.
Okay. Well, my weekend, thanks for asking, was fine.
Well, it was better than mine.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It was pretty low key. Friday night, I told you I went to my friend's housewarming.
Right.
I mean, it was only a few people, but
You said she cooked,
she
which
cooked.
is nice.
and I hadn't met her boyfriend since the day that they met.
Oh.
So it's been like years.
Oh,
And
okay.
she's one of
So
my
that was
best
fun.
friends. So that was kind of crazy. So that was like a chill night. So it was a nice weather weekend. Like I Saturday night I went to 3 parties.
Right. Well, one was a costume you said you were
Yeah, but I didn't go in
Oh,
costume.
no. Okay.
Because then I would have had to show up to the other ones. Oh, so I didn't tell you this. So the first one was my friend Alexa, her stepsister got engaged. So I crashed the engagement party.
Oh, this was an engagement
Yeah.
party? Oh, my gosh.
But it was an open thing and I know her. So
Right.
so we did that, and then Alexa was like, okay, now let's go to my friend's 30th birthday. I like crashing all these milestones. I thought they were just parties.
Right.
So I was like, all right, it's at her apartment. We pull up. I'm like, oh my God, it's my brother. It's Matthew's apartment building.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
I know.
Everything's going down where your relatives are. Very
Yeah.
good.
So that was funny. I texted him, but he wasn't home. So.
Right.
So I was only there for a little bit, and then I went to the third party where my friend Lily was at, and that was like a really good space. It was an apartment also, but it was giant. So
Okay.
it was a great like party space.
In the person's apartment or in the
No,
building
in the
itself?
person's
Oh,
apartment.
okay.
And it was, like, all windows and stuff, and I didn't go in theme, but some people were wearing, like, wings and
Okay.
whatever else. Um, I felt like I had something to say on that, but
I'm sure that was lovely. Did
yeah, it
Alexa
was
go with
fun.
you to that party or you
No,
just
no,
went
she stayed
solo?
at the other
Oh,
one.
3 parties in one night,
I
Kim.
know, but I was still home by a reasonable time.
By 8.
No,
If you were with me, you'd be
yeah,
home at 3 parties. Oh, we're home already at 8 o'clock.
that would have been nice. No, probably not, like, a little before midnight, which is, like,
Okay.
pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So that was what I did, and then Sunday, I went to a matinee, I saw the show Liberation, and then before that, I walked around a little bit because I was like, I'm on a hunt for fall things for the apartment. Like, I would love a few little accessories to make it
Well, you
feel
need
like because I
pumpkin.
love October.
Okay.
I didn't get real pumpkins yet, I think I want to get a few
But
for my
don't get
Whole
them too
Foods.
early because they start to get soggy.
Yeah, true. So maybe
I
I'll
think
wait
the
till the
end of
week
the
of
week.
Halloween.
Well, that's next week, right? You
Um,
could get it towards
yeah,
this weekend.
is
I
it
think you
next
can get
week?
yeah, isn't the
Yeah, oh
31st?
my gosh.
Yeah, I got candy yesterday. I
Oh,
did go to the market and get all the
okay.
supplies because we have a lot of I have
Mhm,
young neighbors.
mhm.
So I always like to put the bowl out for the kids and I like to see their outfits. But I think you can buy the pumpkin this weekend.
Okay, but I got some other stuff, like a candle and some other stuff that I want you to see when you come
Okay.
over.
All right.
And then it was great. Last night I, like, lit the pumpkin candle. I have, like I baked pumpkin cookies,
Oh my
and I watched
gosh.
Wednesday on Netflix, about the Addams Family, and I was like, "This is perfect spooky season. I'm so cozy, and this is great."
Okay, well that was fun.
Yes. What does, like, the fall vibe and aesthetic mean to you?
Well, I first of all, it's apple picking. I love, when I was younger
When
and
was the
my
last
kids
time
were
you did
little.
that?
Well, I haven't done it in a while, but
Yeah.
your uncle did it this a couple of weeks ago and brought me some apples. I tell you the truth, they weren't so good. They weren't as crisp as I remember. I think it's maybe the season didn't get cold enough
Oh.
quickly. I think the apples react to the change in weather about whether they're crispy or not.
For all girls who love fall and the pumpkin spice lattes and the apple
Right.
picking and that crisp weather, they should know now to be climate activists because we don't want global warming to happen because then you can't do apple picking and all your stuff. If you want like a cozy October night, what do you do?
I get under my quilt. In
A
my
special
Uh,
quilt?
no, I have a fluffy down quilt. But I haven't changed my linens yet. My quilts. I have a
Mhm.
lightweight quilt that I'm still on because at 70 degrees. Yesterday I definitely didn't need a quilt. But soon as the evenings go below 40, I have a big down quilt that I put
Okay.
at the end of
I
the bed.
always have it down
Yeah, I don't
low.
like that, but you keep your air conditioning on,
Yeah.
and I don't have that kind of system in my apartment, which I regret. So, it's not that cold in my apartment yet, so I'm not
Yeah.
doing it. But soon, but I keep taking out different jackets. That I have to say. Friday night, I wore a coat because it was a little chilly at night.
I know it's hard to know the
It's hard to
weather.
know. Saturday it got warmer, so we don't know where we are. Today I'm wearing a little short jacket, and I thought and I'm too warm actually. This is perfect sickness weather. I did take my flu shot,
Same.
and so did you,
Mhm.
which I
I was
recommend
fine.
everybody should do it. I was fine. My arm was a little
Like,
sore
sore
for
for
2
2
days.
days.
Yeah, 2
Yeah.
days. I took a
So when
Tylenol.
you're getting cozy, you're under the quilt, what's on the TV?
Well, it's always a
Yeah.
murder.
Okay, but you don't do something like fall specific.
No. No, because
I
I don't really care about the seasons. The seasons
That's
don't
why you're a
motivate
Florida girl.
right, the seasons don't motivate me to do anything except change my outerwear.
Okay, yeah, the fashion.
Yeah, I tend to I've
Although
put
you
all the
kind of wear
light
the
clothes
same thing,
away.
except
Well,
in a
no, I
different
wear
color.
more darker
Yeah,
colors for the
right.
fall. I don't wear the light colors anymore, so
Mhm.
I put those away or sent them down south, because I'm going very soon, and, I put the darker sweaters on and the darker
Yeah.
pants.
I like a fall movie, like When Harry Met
Oh, well,
Sally,
that's true.
You've Got Mail. Like, I wanna see New York in the fall on my screen and then feel it in my
But
soul.
those are so old, Kim, that
Well,
people
there's
who
no
are
modern equivalent.
I know that. That's the
So
problem. So that's why you're going backwards in time. A lot of which you love to do.
yeah.
I'm right now. I'm watching uh, um very interesting political Danish series on Netflix called Borgen, and she becomes a prime minister. But it's more
This does not
about
sound cozy.
it's not cozy. It's very interesting because it shows you how the conflict, and she's the prime minister, the first woman prime minister of a country, of Denmark, and they're showing all the problems. She has two children. The husband has taken a back seat in his career. Now I'm up to season 3. They're getting divorced because he couldn't.
Wait,
take
what about
it.
if people like haven't seen the show and are spoiling season 3?
Don't worry about it. It's all going to get together. We have a lot of things to go.
Okay.
I'm sure they're going to get back together. But it's been very interesting. But it's also, it makes you think that it's very hard because we're always talking about women and the workplace. It doesn't matter. You think it's going to be all right, but somehow it all gets messed up when egos get involved and jobs get involved, and one person in the relationship is more.
We haven't solved these issues.
No, we haven't. And we talk about it often. I don't know if there is a solution because nothing is ever 50-50. So I think you have to go in. They had a 5-year contract that one would step back for the other's career. And I think that's a very interesting concept.
That's
but what
wild.
happens?
No.
It went over the 5 years, and she's
Exactly.
now.
You can't
It was
plan
very
ahead
hard. It was very
in that way.
I know it's very hard.
Yeah. Okay, here's my Halloween movie recommendations. We're gonna do a full
okay.
Halloween episode next week. The
Right,
week,
so don't give it away
of
yet.
Halloween.
Okay,
But
give a teaser.
if you want to start getting in the mood,
Okay,
they're all kind of nostalgic. Halloween Town, which was like on Disney, and Hocus Pocus with Bette Midler. You've seen that in Sarah Jessica
yes,
Parker.
I've seen it.
Okay.
It's a million years old.
Twitches, which like was with the twins, Ghostbusters,
Oh, that was good.
and then get Halloween candy, make like chili or something warm.
Right.
That's a perfect Halloween movie.
Yeah, that
night,
is fun.
in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fun.
I also think when I was going on my hunt to find like fall things for the apartment, besides pumpkins and a pumpkin type candle, I feel like getting like an amber vase or something like that could
Well, if
be
it goes with your decor.
fall vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's kind of a neutral.
Cranberry juice. Put cranberries and nuts out.
Yeah.
That's very
No, but you're
fall.
gonna leave it out. It's kind of gross.
Why?
Leave food out?
Well, you could leave, I guess.
If I did that, Mom would come over and be like, "You're gonna get rats."
Oh, your
you're gonna
mother
get
your mother
roaches."
is a germophobic, so I mean, but I never wouldn't even think about it. But all right, you don't actually do that anymore
Mhm.
because people put their fingers in the bowls. Forget it.
Well,
was a
it's not
bad
even that. It's just
suggestion.
like, okay, whatever.
Bad suggestion. Nobody listened to it.
Do you like pumpkin spice?
Not really. Remember, we had Starbucks pumpkin spice coffee. I don't really love it. It's a little.
You liked the
I-
almond or the what is it, pecan one?
Yeah, but they're too sweet. I mean, I could drink it in small doses, but
Mhm.
I think it's a little too sweet.
It depends on the place making it.
And I also like just plain the hazelnut, not hazelnut, the hazelnut coffee flavor.
Yeah.
Just the regular one without
don't
the
like
extra
that.
added things.
Yeah.
I'm not big on fall foods.
Oh,
don't
that's
think.
my favorite
Okay.
type of food. That's another reason I love fall. And I don't know. Sometimes I was thinking about like, is it a Jewish thing to like
No.
wait, hold on. To like dates and like dried fruits?
No, I think it's Middle Eastern.
Because sometimes I wonder
I
if
don't think
what I
it's a
like,
Jewish
like the foods that I like, I'm like, does it date back in
Well,
time?
Well, thousands of years ago
Yeah.
when they were leaving the Holy Land, maybe.
I don't know, because the foods
because-
that I seem to like the most are like, and Zach makes fun of me because I'm always like, if something is dates on the menu, I'm getting
dates
it.
are delicious.
I'm getting it.
They are dates and figs are
Dates,
delicious.
Figs.
Yeah.
Well,
they're just a
any
very
of the
sweet
like, what are
fruit.
those called? Not stone
Pomegranates?
Yeah, but what are those called? Like dried fruits? No,
Apricots.
no. But what is it called? Like that kind of fruit category?
Oh, dried fruits.
No, but it's like red. I don't know. It'll come to me. And then
I just think they're very sweet, nice flavors, and they evoke some memory in your mind, evidently associated with that, because we didn't really eat that much dates and figs in your childhood.
no,
You didn't.
No.
So I don't think it evokes anything. I just
I
think
don't
you
think
like.
it's evoking.
I think you just like the flavors.
Yeah.
I like it too. I love dates.
And it's even
And
like
dates
with
are very
wine,
fattening. Very fattening.
I eat probably 15 dates a day.
Oh my gosh. That's too much.
That's
What
probably
are you, a camel? Are you going to Greece or Israel? I mean, this is
I
ridiculous.
with like almond butter or peanut butter.
No,
it's
this is
so
too much.
good. I know it's probably like so
Really,
many
it's a
calories.
million calories.
Oy.
That's not good.
Also, speaking of movies like Harry Met Sally and all that
Right.
stuff, do you think that romance feels different in the fall?
Kimberly, I think you're stretching the fall.
I love the fall. I think it does. I
Okay,
think walking
'cause
through
you're
like Central
remembering that.
Park,
Well, that's beautiful. It's
and
a
it's
beautiful
so beautiful.
season.
Like that feels romantic,
Yeah.
right? The colors, like
Colors are
everything
beautiful.
feels
That's true. Everything looks spectacular.
right.
For about 10 days, you get the reds and you get the oranges and you get the bright yellows. And it is a wonderful thing to see,
Mhm.
especially even north of the city. It's just glorious.
Even the weather of like a light jacket, you can hold hands and walk around. Like if it's the winter, you're like freezing. Let's get inside. Like it's not romantic.
Okay. All right.
Fine, you don't get it.
I don't get it because you wear gloves and you can still hold hands.
Fine. Actually, you're right. And it like is pretty. I guess every
I think
season can be
has
romantic.
every season is beautiful. Look at this when the snow comes down. It's so
Fine.
beautiful.
Fine. Okay, let's move on to the drama club. This is what is trending this week. Sabrina Carpenter did SNL, and I'm seeing a lot of clips from it. I don't watch the full episode of SNL
She
anymore.
did not only was she she did
Host
2
and
roles.
musical guest.
Exactly.
I'm going to see her concert next weekend.
Okay.
So excited.
Very good.
I don't go to concerts. I don't like a lot of musicians, so I do like her. So that this will be fun. I don't know what I'm gonna wear because a lot of people, similar with Taylor Swift, they kind of wear like how she
how
looks.
she dresses.
So I got to figure that out.
Well, I saw that last album cover. I don't think you can wear that.
I don't think a guy can pull my hair
Exactly.
on my knees.
I would hope not.
Yeah, probably not. Zach respects women too much. He would not do that. So I don't know. I'm just like kind of over SNL generally.
Yeah. I think it's served its point, and it's now, I think Lorne Michaels has had enough. I think he should retire it. And the great Belushi
Well, are they
and
bringing it to
and,
London or something?
I don't know. I don't really care about it anymore. It's become too political, so I don't watch it.
And also, it's just like not funny.
Well, it's not funny because they're not funny anymore. I mean, they're
Sorry,
not great.
like I don't know. They brought on 5 new cast members. Maybe they're funny. I don't know, but I just feel like who's staying up at 11 p.m.
Well, there are people who start waking up at 9. And they start getting really fired up and they watch all these late night programs. And they're fine if they're good. But I think most of them are just filling a void in the television screen.
Maybe, but then it's like how if everyone watches the clips, you need the show to have the clips.
I don't think anybody's watching it, Kim. I think their ratings are way
clips?
down. I think their ratings are down no
If you
matter
look
what.
at clips on TikTok, they get millions of views.
Okay.
Why aren't you like you don't believe me? I
I
can
do
show you right
believe you.
now.
I do believe you, but I think their audiences have been shrinking over the years.
On live. Yeah, on the people who actually are tuning into TV. But
Right.
I'm saying if people watch it on their phones
Okay.
after
Well, they
the
don't
fact.
watch the whole thing, do they, on
No.
their phone? Well, that's why it's entertaining because it's less of it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Okay, the other thing is Euphoria season 3 cast was announced. Did you ever watch that show?
No, sweetheart.
Okay, so it was basically like a show that really defined Gen Z culture a few years ago. Everyone's freaking out because like it hasn't been on the air for a few years, and a lot of stars came out of it, like Zendaya, Sydney Sweeney. They were all kind of like stars on that show, and it's kind of a dark teen drama. So it's like drugs and glitter and trauma and makeup and all the things. And had really like intense cinematography. And so some of the new cast members joining, Natasha Lyonne, Marshawn Lynn, just to show how random, like star-studded it's become. Also Trisha Paytas, who is an influencer for years. She's gonna be on the show. So it just feels like tonally very different. And that'll be interesting for a lot of people. Does this sound like something you'd watch?
No, I'm watching The Diplomat season 3. For all those who've been following Kerry Russell, she's fabulous, and she's produced a lot of the segments. The show is great. So
We're talking about Euphoria.
I'm not watching Euphoria. I'm watching The Diplomat.
Were there any shocking shows when you were my age, like, that felt a little, like, darker or, like, something that really
It might have been,
changed?
Kim, but when I was your age, I was so busy changing diapers and trying to get a few hours sleep at night. I have no idea. I don't think I watched as much television when I was in my 20s and early 30s
Yeah.
because I was so busy dealing with my own life. Now that I'm older and have more time and certainly more time to watch TV, and I don't watch regular TV except for the
Streaming,
news.
yeah. Well,
So
what
I
does that
just
say about
stream
me
it.
if I watch so much TV? Am I not busy enough? Maybe I'm not.
I don't know. I think
Maybe
well,
I
I
have
think
more
that's
hours in my day.
no, I think a lot of what you watch is business related because
No,
you're
it's
always
not.
into that reality stuff.
That's not bit. I mean, I'm
Well,
into
yes, it is.
media, but I'm
Yeah.
not looking. I'm not watching it. I've always watched.
Oh, okay.
I don't know,
Well, maybe you should read a book.
but that's also a waste of time.
Why?
Like, why is that different than TV? I mean,
Well, I think usually they're more serious and give you more of an insight into what's happening in someone's life or a period of time.
maybe. Because I was thinking even like a movie like Grease or something.
I,
Like,
I
was that? Because that was sort of like darker teen
well,
or
it wasn't
Saturday Night
darker.
Fever or something.
Well, those
Like,
were great iconic movies. I don't think that.
didn't it like define a generation? Is what I'm saying.
Yes, it did.
Right.
Yes, absolutely. Well, Grease defined the 50s. And
Even though it
Saturday
came out in
Night
the
Fever
80s,
was the
yeah.
7. It doesn't matter when it came out. It was about the 50s, which was my era of growing up. And then I think Saturday Night Fever was definitely the 70s and the breaking out of all the
So there were things.
stereotypes. There were things, but they weren't as numerous. There were specific ones that were really, like a Pulp Fiction was an
Right.
iconic movie.
Totally.
There were certain movies
there's
that stood
always
out, and then a
iconic.
lot of it was nothing.
Yeah.
It was
fair.
interesting, and also we went to the movies much more. I
Yeah.
think the movie theaters, during COVID, of course, died out. There were no movie theaters open, but I think that was one of the effects of COVID that we
Yeah.
didn't have the ongoing going to a movie on a Friday or a Saturday night.
I think it kind
Maybe
of
it's
stopped
coming back.
before, and I'd love for it to come
I
back.
know. I think it would be great too. But I think, much of our thinking is now on Amazon and Netflix that we don't.
Just comfier at home, and you can press pause.
Exactly. Exactly.
But I have been going to a lot of like screenings and premieres, and
that's
so it's
fun.
forced me to like go to the movies.
That's
again.
fun, though.
Not forced me. I'm so happy to go, but when I feel that, and like even the film festivals, like
Right.
I've felt that communal watching experience, and
Correct.
it reminded me, oh yeah, I like when everybody's laughing together.
Well,
and
it
that
does
kind of
make
thing.
for something more fun.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the grandma report. So this week, I was going to talk about similar topic. Netflix and Spotify struck a deal that starting early 2026 next year, in the US, there's a selection of like Spotify video podcasts like ourselves. We're not in this right now, but that will also be available on Netflix.
Oh, that's fun.
So people are going to like be able to tune into Netflix and watch their podcasts that they love. I think it's only a select number that have been chosen for
Oh,
this.
come
right
on,
now.
audience, vote for us.
Well, I don't know if it's like an audience vote. I think it's probably like some executive somewhere. But I don't know. Do you watch your podcasts or you just listen?
No, I watch it. I like to see I like to see the actual people speaking. I enjoy that. I know a lot of people run when they're doing their podcast, so then you wouldn't see it. A lot of them walk when they're walking. But I watch podcasts really from my sofa.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it because I like seeing the different expressions
Yeah.
on the people's faces when they're talking. But maybe I'm by myself thinking that.
Yeah. Well, people who are listening, leave a comment on this podcast or
Which
send
way?
me a DM on Instagram and say whether you would like to watch us on Netflix, if that's an option, or if you prefer listening to us on Spotify or even just watching us on Spotify like we
Right.
have it now. We've been prioritizing video for a long time.
Right.
Probably at least 2 years at this point, which is why I wanted to host our podcast on Spotify for a while now because they were the only platform supporting video podcasts.
Right.
And I think it's the future of podcasting, and this confirms that.
Okay.
So
You're right again, Kim.
I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just saying,
No,
like,
but you knew. You saw the future.
oh, that's so Raven. You doesn't get the reference. Let's move on to a game of Should We Bring It Back? Grandma, should we bring back matching coats for couples and families? Like when they all wear the same.
I only think it's cute for little children.
Yeah.
I don't like when husbands and wives are going to wear matching blue coats or pink coats or red
Weird.
coats. But I think for little children, it's adorable.
Mhm.
And of course, and not just twins. I mean, it's just cute in the family if everybody's doing it. It's like almost a matching T-shirt for kids in the summer when they go
So
someplace.
cheesy.
But whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's fun. Not every day. Let's do it for a special occasion.
Renting movies for a night in. So not just like streaming it, like purchasing and like
Even
how
know
we used to do.
do you do that anymore?
You can for like movies that I think just or maybe in theaters.
I mean, we used to do that all the time, but I at this point, I almost think that business is archaic. If you wait 2 weeks, anything that's in the theater is now on my streaming.
Unless you're dying to see it, I would say
right.
wait also.
I saw Downton, the last part of Downton. I waited. I was going to go to the theater, and then I don't know. Poppy said he didn't want to go, so I said, "Okay." He said it's good. So I think I paid $19.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
Like 19,
I paid.
Yeah,
but 19 isn't 50. And I could sit it and turn it off, like you say.
Right.
And we went and got a drink.
Yeah,
Went and got a cookie.
Sometimes it's a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
I could bring it back, maybe.
Yeah.
Homemade centerpieces with like leaves and fruit and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's always pretty. I mean,
I guess so.
I mean, it's pretty to, if you're entertaining, like you say, you're not going to put the fruit out all day long, but it's nice to have the change of seasons reflected in your house. It's like putting, pumpkins out, or putting in the spring, you put your you put your spring flowers out.
Right.
Tulips.
Okay,
My
so
favorite
bring
thing
it
is
back.
tulips. Bring it back.
Okay.
Doesn't hurt.
Okay, for Ask Grandma Anything this week, we're going to do one longer question that a listener wrote in.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. We have a situation.
This is not a phony movie again, like you tricked me last time.
Oh, you mean, no, I pranked you and I told you the
Right.
situation from Summer I Turned Pretty.
Right.
No, this is a real.
Okay, all
someone who
right.
really
So I
wrote
should
in.
really listen.
Really listen. Okay. We have a situation. A 70-year-old grandpa is letting the woman he had dated for a year but broke up with still live in his apartment rent-free, even though his grown-up children have voiced their concern about the way she's treating him. For example, at the family gatherings that included her back when they were together, she would berate him openly and be very nasty to him, shocking even his grandchildren. He insists they're not in a relationship anymore and doesn't see anything wrong with her still living in his place, like it's her home too. He's a widower and says she keeps him company, but they're not together. His children and grandchildren make sure to spend time with him often, so he's not estranged from the family by any means. But now going over to his place is not a comfortable option. Everyone's concerned about this woman's motives. A talk with him yields no results, as he assured everyone there's no problem. Grandpa has his private life, but is there anything a family should or should not do in such a case?
It's a very hard problem, and I know friends that were in similar situations.
Same. I have
not
multiple
exactly.
friends with similar situations.
But I think that unless this man has tremendous wealth, they shouldn't worry about it. Evidently, he wants the companionship. It's one thing to say that the grandchildren are coming over and spending time with him, but they're not spending 3 meals a day with him. They're not spending evenings at home. So their relationship might be that she's a little bossier to him than they would like to see. But if he's not complaining and it's more about him just not being by himself, I'm surprised though, if a 70-year-old man, unless there's something
that's
physically
young.
wrong with him. Yeah, I don't think it's a healthy situation. I agree with the kids.
He could easily find someone else.
Absolutely. I mean, you
even
had
in their 30s or 40s.
Exactly. You could have a girlfriend in her 40s for sure.
Yeah.
But I think that they have to look at all sides. Is there something physically that he's not telling them, that he's not well and he needs companionship 24/7?
Well, yeah.
I don't know. I don't like to give out. I would be a little wary and I would discuss it with them, but they say they have and he's good with it. So, they have to sort of, he is an adult.
Yeah.
Unless he's not thinking clearly. If he's not thinking
Right.
clearly, then that's another issue. They might need to have a lawyer step in.
That's where it's complicated, and typically I feel like it'd probably be with older individuals, but like if the person is dealing with not thinking clearly
Right.
or is blinded by some other like
we don't know. We don't know the
thing,
particular. We don't really know the people.
then they're taking advantage of
Exactly.
somebody. That's like elder abuse.
Yeah, but on the other hand, they're not. He evidently is reticent about her leaving. I mean, they've not in a relationship. He says she's just merely sharing the space, but he evidently doesn't want to be alone. So unless the children are saying, "Come live with me,"
Yeah.
which
Give
in
another
many
option.
cases happens with, but he's not really that old.
Yeah.
So I think we have to investigate it more. It has to be more conversation on it. But the children should stay on top of it and make sure that somebody isn't abusing somebody physically and mentally.
And also the like financial element. Like I feel like you see that happen a lot where like somebody really just wants like their money and like
Right. Well,
will
that's what
try
I'm saying.
to
Does he have a lot of money? If he doesn't have a lot of money, then what's the difference?
but, like, even if you only have a little money, what if you're like, what if the person is trying to get their kids out of, like, any will and put themselves in?
Oh, well, I don't even know if it steps that far. I think they feel she's taking advantage of him on a monthly basis with using, not paying rent.
Right.
If the woman is just living with him free and clear and they're really not in a relationship, but it might not be of anything of any monetary amount that's worth having a conversation. It's more about control. And I think the children have to look into the whole facet of it and before we make any judgment. There could be lots of different layers
Like,
to
what's the
this.
question to ask?
Well, the question to really see, is it that he wants companionship? If he's only looking to have a companion and a friend and she's in the picture and he doesn't care that she's sort of abusive, then fine. Or they might have to say, Grandpa, would you want to live with us? And I don't know if they're ready for that. So, it's a very hard thing.
Mhm.
Don't worry, Kim, I'm not moving in with you.
Okay. All right, everyone. Another amazing episode of Excuse My Grandma. Remember to rate and review the show wherever you are listening to the podcast. And also follow us on social media. It's Excuse My Grandma. My personal account is Kim Merstein. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.